From your first alert station, this is WALB News 10 with continuing Hurricane Michael coverage.
Good afternoon, everyone. We want to keep you updated on Hurricane Michael, which is an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane, although it made landfall about an hour or so ago between Panama City and Mexico Beach there along the Florida Panhandle.
And even some power outages expanding or growing in the Tallahassee area. So you know that's getting a little bit closer to us.
Now you remember Panama City Beach, of course, has some very high codes about the way they build buildings, the way they string their wire, and you can see a number of trees down, you can see building damage there, you can see the electrical lines are down, and this is a very dangerous situation right now. As we take a look at this live video, you can see roof, it looks like roof material that's been ripped off the top of buildings.
Trees
you can see
down.
they're down. You see those power lines are down. This has obviously been a very, very powerful storm that has ripped through Panama City Beach, and you can see people are just now starting to get out and take a look around. You can see that roof has been ripped off the top of that house. It appears to be just hanging on the side. Across the street over there, you see more damage to those homes. This is a live shot from Panama City Beach. We're just now getting updates on some of the damage that has been seen there, and this is obviously Hurricane Michael has taken its toll there. We're going to be getting more updates about the damage and where Michael has gone. Send your pics to pictures, your social media. We know a lot of people are sharing social media. Send it to pics, P-I-X, at WALB.com. Share them with us, and we'll share them with everyone around so we can keep an update about what's going on.
We are still getting some more social media posts in from the Florida, Panama City area. I want to show you this video here, if it can play. It shows just how much damage in this one specific area. This is from Blowboater PCB on Instagram. You see the winds still pretty high there, but you also see what looks like it could have been a mobile home completely damaged there as well in this backyard. I also want to show you a video from Twitter from @SandmanPCB. It says major damage occurring to this motel. It says windows are being blown out. So this is a couple hours ago, and we're going to see this roof just kind of get ripped off, or at least the top part of this roof. He says this is a motel there in Panama City. There it goes. You see it just kind of fly off like it was nothing, like it was paper. And those trees as well kind of go in parallel a little bit to the ground. So we're getting a look at this damage from Twitter. But like Jim said, if you have safely taken any photos from here in Southwest Georgia, you can send that to pics@WALB.com. But again, don't leave your house to do that. If you can, safely take a photo from what's going on inside your house, what's going on outside, but don't put yourself in any danger to get videos or photos like this. Following what we're looking at as far as damage goes here in Southwest Georgia, here at our First Alert desk. Back to you.
Guys, I mean, as you can clearly see, like she said, I'm in Bainbridge, and we're getting a lot of wind. We're in an overshadow right here. We've got something over our heads, but we're still catching a lot of this wind and rain coming from the sides, and we've had to monitor everything that's been flying around. We've even got some garbage can tops flying around. Doors over there, as you can clearly see, are being opened, and we had a generator blow up about 15 minutes ago down the road. So it is clear that this is a definite situation that nobody needs to be out in if you do not have to be. And it's a very serious matter. Now, like they said, I mean, there's just wind flying all over. There's a bunch of rain. And at this point, with this kind of rain, you can't see the bottom of the road. So it's not only dangerous because of the wind, the flying debris, but you have to worry about with this much water, the vegetation's not going to be able to soak up as much as they should, and it's going to start spilling over into the roads, and you won't be able to see how shallow the road truly is. Now, on the way in here, I even saw some things flying around just a little bit, and that was before we even had really Hurricane Michael all the way here. But now that it's here in Bainbridge, you are urged to stay inside by state officials, and even PIO, the Bainbridge Fire and Rescue Van Aiken, when I spoke to him yesterday, he said that this was a very serious matter and that everybody needs to stay inside if possible. And we will keep you up to date as much as possible, and stay on your WALB app and watch WALB. For right now, live in Bainbridge, John Barron, WALB News 10.
It's not time to change forecasts. It's now time to get into your safe room and get ready for Category 2 hurricane.
We're going now to,
Grayson.
Grayson.
We had a situation, I believe, where
Grayson
there were
is in
power
Albany.
outages due to lines being down, and our Grayson Passmore is standing by with more on that.
Yes, those heavy winds have caused some power lines to fall. As you can see behind me, this is where it just happened. A power line fell onto another line, and what neighbors say caused a big ball of blue fire, and it caused a huge loud sound. They said they were all scared, and then the power went out. They say that it is still out. We have reached out to city officials. They are working on getting us some more numbers of how many power outages there are on the street right now. I have talked to city officials about what to do if you see a downed power line. They say avoid it at all costs. Don't try to drive, walk near anything. They say this is extremely dangerous, and they are working to get to every downed line as soon as possible. They've even brought in extra crew and extra linemen from even out of state to come in and try to work on power outages, because they are expecting them, and they are expecting more down lines. We'll continue to update you as we learn more. In Albany, Grayson Passmore, WALB News 10.
This is very serious. Do not take it lightly. Make sure you write your name and number and next of kin on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket. This is not good. This is very serious. Pay attention.
Now let's continue our team coverage. WALB News 10's John Barron is in Bainbridge. We're going to check in with him right now to see what the storm effects are right there.
Guys, as you can see, the rain is kind of let up, but the wind is relentless. And as you can see, we're on the top deck of the EOC, but right now, as you can see right here, all these barrels have been just pouring in from the left. They were all way down there towards the construction site, and now they're still rolling, and many of them are just spread out all throughout the land. And another thing, if we can get a look over here, is those trailers. They're way out here. They're going to be all the way over there. They started way down there by the land, and now they have tipped all the way over there on their sides, way out here. So this wind is relentless, and the rain is kind of starting to still kind of be something that we got to worry about. There's a lot of flash flooding in the area, but a lot of this wind is going to be treacherous for this area. And like we've been told by police, they're doing everything they can to make sure that they're helping those that are stuck and in trouble. But for right now, in Bainbridge, John Barron, WALB News 10.
You can see those wind gusts are really howling all across South Georgia right now.
And here in Albany, above our station,
we can hear the winds.
It gets quiet, and then the winds whip up again.
So it's not here yet. I mean, we're still just building up.
Yolanda?
This is getting very close, Carla. Actually, it is still just off to our southwest, beginning to move just east of Highway 27 over areas of Miller County. But of course, we're still dealing with a major Category 3 hurricane. Max sustained winds at 115 miles per hour, gusts up to 155 miles per hour. And Michael right now is moving toward the northeast at about 13 miles per hour.
So there are no more places to sleep there. If you do, they're still welcoming people in, but you would have to sleep on the floor. So resources are already full. Like I said, again, we're already under that curfew, and we are waiting for the worst of the storm to come and take Thomasville to see what we need to do afterwards. But really, they're just stressing that everyone stay off the roads. EMS says they're not responding to any calls at all unless they are a state of emergency and dire. So you just want to make sure that you and your family are being as safe as possible. And also, if you're calling 911 and you're not getting through, that they're not ignoring your calls, they just have an overflow of calls, and they will get back to you as soon as they can. But I will be sure to keep you updated with what's happening here in Thomasville and surrounding areas. But back to you all at the desk.
This is downtown Albany, and looking down the streets there, you can see the winds blowing. This is right beside the Mule Barn, right across from the Hilton Garden Inn.
Is that Front Street?
This was toward Front Street, looking like down Broad Avenue. I believe that's Broad Avenue. Federal Courthouse just right down that street, and you can see the wind is still howling in downtown Albany as well. And now let's take a look at some video. We understand that our WALB News 10's Grayson Passmore shot some trees and power lines. This is at Dawson Road and Stewart Avenue, I understand, and there are some power lines down there. I understand that there are also some trees. There you see a great deal of water, but we understand there are power lines down across that road, and that is obviously not a good news there, because that is a very busy intersection. It's near the Albany Mall, There we can see it is Stewart Avenue and Barnesdale, looks like that appeared to be. And that is a very busy intersection and a lot of power lines down there. So you want to be making sure that you stay out of the roads. In Albany, wherever you are in South Georgia, tonight is not the night to be out. Stay where you are until at least the morning. At least when the light comes out, you'll be able to tell if there's a tree, if there's a power line, anything that's in the road.
Hey guys, I'm live outside of the station right now. As you can see, the rain has let up some, but the wind has not. It is howling all around me. The eye of the storm is moving closer to us, so you are going to be seeing those breaks in the storm a little bit, but you definitely should not get comfortable because it is not over.
We could still see hurricane force gusts till 2, 3 a.m. and these are the counties right now that are under a flash flood warning. They have expanded the flash flood warning and extended it for Sumter County, for Crisp County, for Dooley County, and for Webster and Stewart County. It goes till 3 a.m. because of very heavy rainfall, rain rates of 3 to 5 inches per hour. And we can really see that heavy rainfall is in the northeast corner of Lee County, eastern half of Sumter County, all of Dooley County, all of Crisp County, all of Wilcox County. We head south in through Irwin County and Ben Hill County. We're getting some moderate to heavy rainfall. Tifton, and these winds continue to blow here.
It's hard to pick out any specifically. Of course, Albany, Bainbridge, Cuthbert area, Sylvester, Tifton, Ashburn, Cordele, Thomasville, Moultrie, Pelham, Camilla. I mean, every city here, every area in Southwest Georgia has people with power out. This is a widespread outage right now. So make sure that you've got your WALB First Alert weather app. This storm is still moving right now. It's still a hurricane.
Just to make things even more stressful for people out there trying to get anywhere at this point, I don't think there's any reason to venture out.
Well, you have to think that wind has been whipping and howling, and these things are weak now. And so, like we said, more things that can fall and will.
Yeah, and it's not just here in South Georgia where we're seeing bad stuff. Headland, Alabama. This is video right here of power lines exploding and catching fire during Michael. It's about 100 miles north of Panama City. We've seen power lines arcing here, some on fire down in Thomasville.
Hey, Cade, we do have some continuous power outage updates coming in to our First Alert desk tonight. Tift County Emergency Management Agency is reporting 30,867 customers are reporting outages in Tift County. That includes Georgia Power and Colquitt EMC.
Yeah, it's pretty scary out there. All of the debris, the different limbs that you're seeing on the roadways, just trying to get to work or where you may have to be.
You can get a little ways, but then you're going to be stopped somewhere along the line by a down tree, or then of course all the debris
and down
power lines. The power lines weren't down when I came in about 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight, but then they fell.
Yeah, and I was on Dawson Road.
Again, it's still dangerous. So hopefully, folks have heeded that warning. We hate to keep sounding like a broken record, as we said before. Stay inside. Don't do that.